hey, we got to get past racism.
So when you say certain people, who you talking about, bro? I'm just saying, you said it.
Certain
who you talking about that?
Certain people of the race who really don't understand, the goings and comings of black people. It pisses me off because even in college, I remember going through certain little things with because that was my first experience, like really being around white people. I've been in the hood all my life, so it was like, when I finally got to school, it was like a culture shock. So because the only time I really ever dealt at first with white people was in a department store. So when I finally, you know what I'm saying? So when I finally got like up close and personal and dealing with them, people were like, of course you don't want to let people kind of like form your perception. You want to get your own perception, of people. Because, my grandfather came up in the South. All my people were born in the South. So my grandfather had his experiences with white folks and all of that. But just form your own opinions. You don't want to.
Yeah.
And so when I got to see it, you got some good white folk.
Good clean white folks, like my man Adrian said.
Yeah, you got some good clean white folks, and you got, of course, the Brads, the surfer dude, Brads. You know what I'm saying? That just and it pisses you off because you figure like you hate me, but don't even understand me and don't even know me.
Facts for sure.
And so it just really because I remember when I went up there, it some white girls approached me. Of course, I came up there. I had my little look. I had remember back in the day where you used to wear the little vest. Back then, you used to wear the vests and like
the bubble vest.
Yeah, like Naughty by Nature and all that. They used to wear the little vests and the locs and stuff like that. And some white girls was like, "Man, are you in the gang? Where you from?" I'm like, I ain't in no damn gang.
Right, what set you from?
Yeah, right. Like, and stuff like that kind of like drives you crazy, because it's the same thing going over and over, with people. What's your experience, man?
I mean, my experience like that, the real life culture shocking me, like in that tip. Yeah. I ain't never really. Go ahead. No, my fault. What you say?
Go ahead. No, I was listening to you.
Yeah, so no, I'm gonna say I ain't never really had like a show enough like racist moment, but this is just one thing that I always keep in mind, dog. This is something that happened to me when I was at Eastern Michigan University. So again, like you said, we didn't really have a lot of contact with white people until we got up out out the hood. Mm-hmm. So when I got to Eastern and shit, I had a homeboy who I thought we was homeboys. So me and my man Ryan, we was staying at Putnam, right? We was on Putnam Hall, 3rd floor. I remember because that was like one of the best years of my life. But anyway, down the hall, it was a little white dude worked at the God damn, I can't think of the name of the Quick Fix. Okay. He worked at the little joint downstairs. Mm-hmm. So we used to go down there. We was extra cool, though. I'm talking about we was cool to the point where he was stealing food for us from the Quick Fix. We would leave him in our room, like while we gone to class, leave him in there to play the game and shit. Like we was cool, little white dude, right? Right. Cool as hell. So one day I'm coming home from my job and I see him getting on the elevator. He getting on the elevator with his parents though. So like I get in the elevator, I'm like, shit, what up? And to this day I can't remember his name now because it's been a little while. But I went to dap him up and say what's up to him, and that motherfucker didn't even speak to me, bro. So I was just like, oh. So then that's when I was just like. My old man had always told me, it's like, man, you might make some white friends and shit, but it's gonna be a father, grandfather, or grandmother or something that don't like you. Right. And I found out that day that was so true, bro. Right. Like he did not speak to me because his parents was there, dog.
See, and then the thing that makes you so mad that boils over, like even America, I think things would be better in America if they truly recognize racism for what it was and what it and how it's still affecting us to this day. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, as far as sure. like when they say stuff like 9/11 was the worst terrorist act in America on American soil, that pisses me off. It'd be like, what?
That pisses you off?
Yeah, like what? You know,
Right.
like the little John. What? You know, it's like, you know what I'm saying? Because
Right.
you got the bombing of Black Wall Street. You know what I'm saying? You got
Mm-hmm.
slavery. You got the civil rights movement where they was hanging us and all that, and
For
that's what
sure.
you jump
And
to.
even in one joint, I want to say it was in Philly when they blew up the whole little city block.
Yeah.
For sure. Yeah, that's terrorism, bro.
Yeah, big time. It's like,
Yeah, no doubt.
like what? I mean, they killed what? Basically neutralized the Panthers, but the KKK still exists from top to bottom. You know what I'm saying? And the crazy,
Right. Got all kind of rights and everything.
But you know what the crazy thing about it? The racist organizations and stuff like that don't even like America. Really. That's the
What
crazy.
you mean? They the most patriotic. Let them tell it.
Man, let these
Hey, let them tell it.
yeah, let these vaccinations be mandatory. Watch what happens. You know, see,
You think that's gonna change something?
oh man,
You think that's gonna change something for real?
Man.
Like I think racist people who cloak themselves under patriotism, I think they gonna stick it out regardless. Even though it's the government telling them to do something, because they done stuck their foot in their mouth, they gotta stick with it now.
you think so?
I think so.
But-
I think they gonna hate it, but they gonna have to stick with it though, because this what they wanted.
But think about it, like when they think it's some type of rights about to be taken from them, that's when they be like, oh, we recognize blacks for a minute, you know, for a minute. Look, think about 9/11. That was the first time we were even considered Americans, you know. Because remember, everybody was like, "Oh, these now they turning on the Arabs and all that."
Arabics
yeah,
for sure.
yeah. So that was the first time we was considered. That's probably the first time people like David Duke even heard the black person. It's like, so it's like
David Duke. Hell no.
So it's like,
I feel you. No, you're right about that though.
you know what I'm saying? So it's just it baffles me, you know, when things like that happen. And like this little girl, I could just imagine, you know, just being up in there. She probably was in a classroom full of white kids. You know how kids are cruel.
Mm-hmm.
They, you know, and some of them are so brazen now, man. They don't give a damn. They, you know, my daddy owns such and such, you know, and it's.
It's really like that. And then it's like it's kind of I don't even know no other way to say it. It's a fucked up situation. It's a kind of a catch-22. We got bad schools in our neighborhoods. Like it's not enough money going into them, not enough resources, not enough teachers that care. And then you got people moving out of neighborhoods, moving to these other places. And then obviously this is where their kids got to go.
Mm-hmm.
So now like we done got that, you know, quote unquote better life, but
Right.
then like the people that we have educating them don't even know how to deal with it.
Right.
So it's rough.
Right. And you know what? And the thing is, it's sad because you'll have those, you know, because I think as well as, you know, just racist people, you know, that's outside of our race, I think even in our, you know, in our race, we got people that's
sure.
just as deadly as, you know, some people that's
For
outside.
sure.
Because it's like, for me, I love the city of Detroit. I love it. I was born and bred and raised and stuff like that. But what's wrong with me wanting something different for my child? You know what I'm saying? Especially if I wanted to, you know, naturally, if it was just me, I would live in the DR, you know, just live there and just, you know, and
I think for the most part, like people dip out because of families. Like if you had to just fend for yourself, like it'd be all right.
Yeah.
But then you got to worry about a wife and kids, especially. Like I mean, I don't think it's. I guess you can't really put more pressure on one than the other, but I feel like inside the city, especially when it comes to little boys, it's like it's a lot of outside pressure going on. Like you know, it's a lot of poverty, it's a lot of crime. It's like you got to keep your head on the swivel for your family, and especially them boys. It's like, man, it's rough.
Yeah, right. And that's the thing, you know. You gotta choose to, you know. How do you tell, you know? Because back then our families probably were so. I can speak for mine. Black people were so poor, they didn't have the chance to just uproot their family and move from a bad situation.
No.
Especially if you had different strokes, the gooch, beating your kid up every day. You tell them to stick it out, pray, pray for
Right.
pray for your enemy, but the enemy keep busting me.
The only reason we up and moved because niggas was getting evicted. Shit, you had no choice. Shit,
right.
Get the fuck out.
Right. So it was always something to that on that level.
Something drastic.
Yeah, something drastic to just move you out. But anyway, I want to get into one more topic before we go into our main topic for today.
Okay.
And this one, man, right here, kind of like another reason that pisses me off, especially when it comes to, I'm a strong supporter. I don't really truthfully believe in, and you might look at me so weird.
Oh, shit. What you about to say, bro?
I don't believe in voting.
All right, I ain't going to look at you weird. Actually, okay. This is probably going to be an interesting conversation.
Okay, so anyway, it's feds to investigate after a sheriff's deputy kills a black man entering his own home in Columbus, Ohio. Check this out, dude.
Damn.
I mean,
all right.
Check this out. It said a sheriff deputy working for a fugitive task force shot and killed a black man trying to enter his own home in Columbus, Ohio last week in a case that is now being investigated by federal authorities. It said Casey Goodson, the picture that you see right there, 23, was fatally shot on Friday by a 17-year veteran of Franklin County Sheriff's Office, identified as Deputy Jason Meddy. He said and so they said Goodson had put his key into his door before he was shot and fell into the kitchen where his 5-year-old brother and 72-year-old grandma saw him laying on the ground with a Subway sandwich. See?
Damn.
And this is one of the things that I'm talking about. You got people that let Obama off the hook. That just I'm about to read you your rights. See,
I see.
The first term they was like, he couldn't do nothing because he had to undo a lot of things that Bush, they was running that bull crap. He had to undo a lot of things that Bush did, and I'm like, man, bull crap.
And some of that was true. Some of it was true.
But why do we have to play second fiddle to every agenda? When is our agenda gonna ever be addressed?
Shit, that's an age-old question, dog. They ain't answered that yet, bro. So it ain't gonna ever be no answer. And as far as voting, I know you was talking about voting, and I guess you get into that kind of whole politics and things where you feel like your vote don't count. I had said this last time. I did end up voting. However, basically because I was pressed. But my whole thing is I don't really feel like we need to vote for presidents no more. I feel like if we could, and this is far-fetched, but as a black community, if we could pool together all our resources and just basically become lobbyists, like we can pay the politicians to do what the fuck we need them to do. On my local level, though, I need to vote for them, though. Like I need I need to get some of them people in place.
Yeah.
But the presidency, though, if we could put our money together and then just make them to do what we want to do, because like the money is what made them press the LGBT agenda. Right. So we need to get that same pressure.
So my question is this: why do like say when Farrakhan was doing the Million Man marches, and just say even if he collected $5 or something for each individual there to give, a million people with $5 or $10 or $20, you mean to tell me we can't get no agendas addressed? Huh?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
It's
crazy.
Man, it's all the way crazy, dog. It's like, and politics just always been against us and shit. And I hate saying it because then people act like you crying and shit, but at the end of the day, it is what it is, bro.
Yeah. It makes you mad because then when the second term came and he still didn't address the issue, and they said, once again for the statisticians, they said that there were more black people killed by cops under his administration than any other.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how true it is, but it was just put out there that there was.
Yeah, I heard that too. I don't know how true it is. I think that probably the media may have made it worse during the Trump administration because even they wanted to get him out of the office. But it could possibly be true. I mean, some of the same people who were in place from the Obama administration. All this shit can be true, and that's why I said at the end of the day, politicians are politicians. I don't trust none of them niggas.
Right.
Like, I don't.
Yeah.
Black, white, whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So, I mean, why are we still talking about this same thing? Why are these cops still feeling comfortable just doing this same thing? Like, man, you know?
I think that right now it's just for some of them, I think is let me see, how can I say this? I think it's a combination of the two things. I think the one thing is that there are some white people who are just brazen enough to think that they can kill niggas. That's one thing. And then the second thing is that the blue code thing got a lot of niggas shook. They scared to go against the grain. So like if they stop doing what they want them to do, like either they in fear of their life or their pension. And shit, you know, that's tough.
You know what's so funny when you mentioned the blue code thing? You know, a couple of years ago, probably about more like 20 to 25 years ago, I put in for the police department. I put in for the police department a long time ago, and and so I took the test. I went and I took the civil service test, and in the question it said, if you see your partner do something left field, would you tell? And I said, and I was sitting there thinking like, you know, this is a trick. They try to see where you at, you know. So I said, this is, but anyway, I did the old diplomatic. Yes, I will report, you know. But then again, you know. So, but you never know. In all, you know, I put in for it, but really, I didn't. After good consideration, I was like, nah.
Yeah. No. Sometimes I think that a lot of police officers, before they become police officers, need to have that same conversation with themselves. Like, I'm gonna tell you right now, I can't do it. Yeah. Because for one, I'm probably gonna shoot niggas, and I am certainly stealing drug money. I am. Like, it's not. I'm taking that shit. Like, if we or not robbing, but if we bust a dope house. Yeah. I'm taking it, bro. Like, off rip. Like, they are criminals. I'm stealing the money, bro. So that's why I'm like, why even put myself in that situation? Like, no, I'm not gonna be the police officer. And just like it's some niggas who was I say this all the time, and I stand behind this shit. There's a lot of niggas who was complete pussies in high school, and then they become police officers, and then they think they got some kind of power. Like, bro, you need to go find you a desk job. Like, it's fine.
Right. I just, you know what? What was so funny? You said that so emphatically. You were just like, you said that just like, I'm stealing the money. You know?
Oh, shit, for sure.
I hope you don't
know. Like, we gonna pull a dude over. He got bricks and money in the trunk. I'm taking that shit, dog. What you mean? Hey, I mean, not the bricks and shit. We gonna turn that in. But the money, I'm taking that shit.
I hope in your second life you never come back to be, you know, apply as a officer.
I'm just saying. And most niggas know, like, when you get pulled over by the police, and especially in the city of Detroit, I ain't trying to put niggas on blast now, but especially in the city in Detroit, you probably go get shook down.
Oh yeah,
like you probably go get shook down. So like, what you expect?
Oh yeah, big.
I'm gonna give you what you're used to.
Right. But anyway, man, we gonna go into you silly as a. we gonna go into our topic for today, man. Why you so silly, dude?
I'm just saying, I'm gonna give you what you used to, dog. I'm taking it.
Our topic for today: do you believe in second chances after a bad experience? Do you believe in second chances after a bad experience? That could be relationship-wise, business-wise, or just anything as far as second chances that you could think of. what about you, man? What do you feel about? I know a lot of factors for me plays into giving a person a second chance, but because we know that we're capable of mistakes. So what is it for you? Do you first of all do you believe in second chances?
Yeah, I think shit. Quite honestly, as a black person, you
Oh
gotta
yeah,
believe in second
yeah,
chances.
yeah.
It's just off rip, but I'm like that anyway, and I'm probably um uh, I think I probably give people more than two chances sometimes, and I think that can be a fault. Like sometimes you see the good in people and they don't even see the good in themselves, so you end up wasting your time. But like as far as let's just look at two different things. So like in relationships, that's a tough one. Like a second chance, depending on what happened the first time. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like everybody don't deserve a second chance on that. But like
Mm-hmm.
in relationships, like non-romantic relationships, those are tough because I done seen niggas throw friendships away like over some bullshit. Like, bro,
Mm-hmm.
you don't really get a whole lot of friends in
Yeah,
life.
yeah. You
Like,
don't.
so you kind of got to be sure before you throw it away. You know what I'm
Yep,
saying?
yep, yep.
So
Cause
on that tip, oh no, go ahead.
cause I keep my circle is real small. It's real
Yeah.
small, and I don't. Cause I remember, like in the past, my I used to be so quick to try to garner, relationships and try to make people, like you'll find yourself when you kind of like reach for friends, you'll find yourself
Yeah.
compromising a lot, like
For
compromising
sure.
compromising your morals, your values, or trying to fit, let's say, fit the square piece in the triangle or something
For
like that.
sure.
So you
Hell
you know
yeah.
what I'm saying? So it's like no, if you, because sometimes that's how you set yourself up for toxic people to
Yeah.
come into your life. Like with me, I just now I believe like if you're not working, you're not working. Even
Right.
you could be, let's say, the nicest person in the world to me, and but if you do something that kind of like compromises, a little bit of what I feel, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like say you got a buddy that's the neighborhood killer, but he ain't never did nothing, never did nothing to you. You know what I'm saying? But
Right.
but
Yeah.
you like, hey buddy, come on, let's come hang out. No, killer. No, I
Right.
can't.
He said no killer.
No killer. I just can't hang. I can't do that. You know what I'm saying? I don't.
Right.
I don't do
No,
what you
for
do.
sure.
You know what I'm saying? But I think in
Yeah.
second chance, like with relationships, I believe. Now, let's say this, and I'm only saying this, as an example. Just say,
Uh-oh.
just say, I cheat on my wife,
Okay.
and my wife take me back,
Hmm.
and all this and this and that. But later she go out and she do the same thing. So
Right.
the fact that she gave me a second chance, I might feel obligated that I have to, hey, give her a second chance. You look like you don't too much agree.
I mean, I'm not gonna say obligated. You know what I'm saying? Like because that was an individual decision.
Yeah,
At
yeah,
the end of the day, she could have decided whether or not she wanted to give you that second chance or not. Just like you get that chance too, like to figure out if you want to do it or not. And I
right.
don't think it should be based on the fact that she already gave you a second chance. Like
Okay.
if you don't want
See,
her to have one, then fuck it.
so you didn't like the word obligated. Okay. Okay.
Yeah,
So
yeah, obligation make it sound so. Yeah, I'm straight.
okay. So
Yeah, I'm straight.
you wouldn't do it if she gave you that
Um,
chance.
man, look. I mean, I guess you would feel some kind of obligation, but I ain't. It kind of it depends. Like it really depends because like if it's a couple of things that can happen. So if you're talking about a relationship and let's say my second chance is because I cheated on her, right? All right, so I cheated on her. She found out or whatever. She give me the second chance. Now if she turn around and cheat on me like right after that because like she hurt or like some kind of like backlash, then then maybe I won't say it's an obligation, but I consider it like
You'll
what
take it
I
under
put her through some
consideration.
shit. Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
gonna take it on the chin and shit.
Yeah.
But now, if this some years later, shit going good, and she didn't stepped out, then that means there's something else going on. That means she must really like that nigga. If you really like that nigga, then you need to go ahead and go on with that nigga.
Yeah. So everything, but you know what? You know how sometimes even like women are more forgiving as far as cheating than men are.
As far as everything.
Yeah. Because you know what? A woman, we'll cheat on a woman, and a woman will be, she'll be angry and mad and stuff like that. Yeah. And she might even bring it up when you being mean to her or something like that. But she,
you said she might even.
She might. Oh yeah, she
certainly is.
Yeah, she gonna bring it up. Yeah. I was just being diplomatic, But
right, she for sure is.
but she'll bring it up. But then with us, when a woman cheat, man, it's like, dog. You know us. We'll be like hell no.
Nah, for sure.
We can't take being belittled. We can't take none of that. You can't do us like that.
Not at all. And see, like for me, I think it's always been something like my niggas always clown me about this shit, but I think the reality of it is that I feel like when we cheat, we just be kind of getting some pussy. I mean, for lack of a better term.
Yeah.
But I think when women cheat, I feel like they really be trying to replace you.
A whole family.
Yeah. So it's like I got a couple things going on. I got to figure out, first of all, what am I doing or not doing that's making you feel like you need to be moving on and shit. And the second thing is I need to know, is you making this nigga a sandwich? Now, we talked about this the other day, right?
Oh, yeah.
Because if she cheating and making this nigga a sandwich, then she love that nigga. That's an affair. Like, that's not even cheating. Like, see, I think that's the thing. I think I can forgive cheating, but I can't forgive an affair, though. Because cheating, like, you went over here and smashed this nigga a couple times. But an affair mean this is you got an outside relationship. Like, if his people know you, then y'all got a relationship. That's an affair, and I can't handle it.
Yeah. Because it's always that thing in the back of your mind, like, let me ask you this, but then again, you kind of like said something, and you never really went through something as traumatic as I did. You really made me feel bad during that last show.
Oh no, she sucker stroked you, my nigga. I'm sorry. She got you on that.
Yeah, big time. I was like, damn,
I mean, I understand.
You had
Pussy was fire.
Literally, you had me like my man all night, though. Like, damn, I thought somebody somebody that could relate with me on this situation, but hey,
not at all, dog. Hey, real quick though, I know this ain't really on the subject, but for the people who didn't hear the last show, though, man, you should retell that story, dog. So people can know what we're talking about.
Oh man, they gonna have to check.
You want to relive that?
No, man, I don't want to relive that. That's terrible, dog. I was like, I felt bad after, but I told her before, but she, and then when I think about it, I said, damn, how you wish you could just rewind and be like, you could just grab your old self,
for sure, slap
yourself up, because I'm telling you, in a heartbeat, the thing that I didn't even share with you, like, remember in that story I told where when I came to the apartment and the guy was helping her move out, and I told him to go. This dude went and called his brother. You know what I'm saying?
So it ended up being a whole altercation for him?
He went and called his brother and told his brother that I had that I was over there with some dudes trying to jump him.
Seriously?
Yeah. And so his brother came, and his brother was strapped. So that could have turned into,
dog,
they could have turned
whole other shit.
Yeah, into some whole other. And then at the same time, it was so lucky that I had I called my cousin. My cousin. So my cousin, he was a heated dude too. So he came over there. He was like, what's up? What's up? So that could have turned into something a whole different ball game.
Hell yeah.
So
First of all, what type of nigga was she dealing with? Calling his brother, telling them lies.
Yeah, and it was just me. I just came over there. I'm like, so it was crazy, dude. So, but then again,
man, that nigga was light skinned, wasn't he?
Actually,
light skinned nigga.
Actually, yeah, he was. He was.
See, I know it. That's a light skinned nigga shit.
So, but let's get into business. Let's say somebody give you some bad business up front. Just say, and I know different factors might pull in. Like let's say if you took your car to somebody, and they just did you bold. They did you bold.
Right.
Will it matter if, let's say, if the person was a close person to you, or I
mean, that always make a difference though. Like when people close to you, you tend to give them a second chance and shit. The only thing I don't give second chance on, you mentioned that as far as like some auto repair shit, I can't do it. If you fuck my car up one time, I ain't ever come back. I don't care if we blood relatives. You can be my granddaddy. I'm not coming back though. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But like, it's a lot of business deals. Like, I mean, obviously now, especially with both of us doing podcasts and shit, we do. We got entrepreneurial shit going on, and I know you just like me. I done had some business deals that didn't really go the way they were supposed to, but I ended up giving people, a second chance, and like it ended up being better the second time. So like with business stuff, as long as I don't like lose a shit ton of money, like I'm pretty sure we good to try it again. But like that's the one thing. If my car, and if I lose a shit ton of money, then you ain't got to worry about me doing business at all.
Let me tell you,
for sure.
Like back in the day when I had my little diamond in the back, sunroof top, little Lincoln. I had me a Lincoln, man, and my mother used to call it diamond in the back, sunroof top. It was one of them big Lincoln Town cars, like an 80.
Yeah.
And I had a metallic black with a white top on it. With a white top on it, and that was my baby with the tinted windows, smoke windows, and so I took my car. My car was I think I needed spark plugs, so I took it to a friend of my wife's family. He was a good close. He was boys with one of my wife's uncles, and so I took it to him, and so he fixed my car, and I was like, just on the lookout, I was like, man, good, because he came right on Johnny on the spot to fix it. And it was on a day that you couldn't find no shops open, nothing. And so I took care of him, gave him a good tip and everything, and paid him. Yeah. And he looked at me like, good man, well, I ain't used to this. So I'm like, okay, cool. Man, and so I get in my car. By this time I was living in Southfield, so I had to come back east, over there by Osborne to get the car fixed. Nice
little ride.
Yeah, nice little ride. So I get on the freeway and my car starts jerking. Like, I'm like, what the hell is going on? And it wasn't doing that. Like, so I called my man. I'm like, dude.
Right.
Something happening with my car. He's like, okay, I'll get with you. This dude never called me back, never did. No. And I was on that time, I was on some murderous stuff. Really, I wanted to go holler at him, because I was like, I told my wife, I said, look, you better get your boy. I paid him. I said, my car ain't right. I said, you better tell your uncle I'm about to do something to his boy. I know where he worked.
Right.
Because he was working at a shop over on the west side. And my thing was like, Bernie Mac, I'd have bust that book, in his head, I wanted to go holler at him. So he just ducked me. He ducked me, and my mother-in-law was begging me, like, please don't go do nothing to him, please, because I was about to do something to that boy. And then I ran into him at a funeral, and he didn't even know it was me. He came up, hey, bro. I said, dude, being a minister, I was like, man, you lucky I'm saved. I said, you lucky I'm saved, because I still want to give it to you. I want to put.
So this was years later.
Years later.
Oh, okay.
I said I never got my money back, and I had to pay double to get my car fixed. So he cost
Oh,
me
I
a
definitely.
yeah.
I would have went in his shit. Even now, I'd have to been like, "Excuse me, Lord," while I go on this nigga shit, Jesus.
you said, yeah, man, because it was like, and you know what? I should have known a dude nicknamed Corn. It's like you.
I mean, what? So what was wrong with your car though? Like, what was going on with
it? It was with the spark plugs. I was like,
Yeah.
it was hesitating. It was, it like I didn't get it. But what he did was I think he did the wires wrong. And and it was causing the car. Yeah, it was misfiring, and it was bad.
Yeah.
It was like, man, I had to imagine having to get back home. My wife was pregnant at the time, so just imagine having to go from 7 Mile all the way back over to by Providence Hospital.
Right.
So I'm sitting up there, all the way home, just inching like my car was tiptoeing or something. Man, I said, when I see that boy, I'm gonna bust him in this. That's
look. Even years later, you just still got that 2-piece. Oh shit! In the church.
You know what though? The only reason thing that spared him, like I said, I was saved, and it was at my wife's grandmother's funeral that I saw him. But I was looking at him like, boy, I gave him that look.
Right.
You know that look how Cuddy gave Larissa Tate dead president. So he was. When he had to suck in his mouth, like he had that little eye. That's how I was looking at that boy, like, I gotta do something to you, nigga.
Man, shit, I'd have pulled that nigga off to the corner by itself. Real, 2 little quick jabs to his motherfucking chest or something, real quick.
Witness pocket.
Judo type shit.
Witness pocket, like, I'm getting my money back. Laid him in some empty coffin, like, I didn't know y'all had a new body in here. But.
Man, that shit out of control.
Yeah, but it's go ahead.
I know I was gonna say, when it comes to, like you say, like with cars and shit like that, definitely ain't no second chance on business with that shit.
Right.
Too, for people who out there who got scammed and shit over the these past few months with people doing all this cash app scams and shit, like, hopefully y'all not doing no business either and shit though. I don't know why y'all thought that $200 was gonna turn to $50,000 and shit.
You know what I forgot to do, and I'm sorry, y'all. If you want to call us that number is 646-564-9728 if you want to conversate with us, and press 1 if you want to comment. Yeah, man, it's definitely
right. We over here rapping like hell.
I know, we just get a number out. Yeah, they didn't even get a number out, but it's funny because you try to do right by people. I'm gonna tell you another thing too, where. To me, everybody be on this support black business stuff, and I'm with that. I'm with it. I'm with it. But at the same time, you got to do right.
Right.
You got to do.
That's at the same time. That's the only thing you got to be doing.
Yeah, you got to do right. Don't think just because you black, I got to accept that you gonna try to give crappy service. No, man. When I come to your establishment, I don't know if you saw the video that was circulating about the that black business owner that had the restaurant. It told people if they get the
stop twerking and shit.
Yeah. What was your take on that? Like,
Well, see, at first when I first saw it, I was like, damn, my man just like he doing too much. But then when I understood the whole story though, basically they had been cutting up for a minute. Yeah. He trying to get them to chill, and then he just blew a gasket. Like, look, I told you niggas. That's what he wanted to say.
Right.
I told you niggas. Last time you get the fuck on with that shit.
Right.
I'm not mad at that though. Like, when you got an establishment that's like, I mean, you have fun by all means, but then when the shit get out of hand and I say something about it more than one time, like, what the fuck is y'all kids?
Right.
Like, how you supposed to react?
Right. So, yeah, it's crazy because one time I had when we owned our home, me and my wife owned our home. We had a clog, real bad clog in our bathtub, and so we had a real bad problem going on in the pipes. And so we called a plumber, and it was a black-owned business. And so
Yeah.
I'm thinking like, yeah, I did my duty, just giving a black man the chance to do something. So I'm like, so this dude comes in, he like, first of all, they wanna try to throw this thing. Well, it's hard being a black business owner, this and this and that. So I'm gonna have to charge you a little bit extra because I have to, dude, come on, now
A little bit extra.
you know what I'm saying? So this is what my guy Satellite was like. Yeah, you got to take in consideration that. No, I got to take in consideration. I want to get the best deal. I want to get the best deal. I don't want to be gouged by just because a person is black and doing it. Shoot, fair market value. Come on now.
Hell yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So he came over there, and man, this guy was doing everything but his job. You know what I'm saying? I'm sitting up and he tried to tell me, yeah, you might need a new such and such, and I don't even know what the hell he talking about. You might as well have been talking to me like Charlie Brown and and I'm sitting up there like, oh, okay, well, how much all I want to know, how much that's gonna cost me?
How much it's gonna run me?
Yeah, how much? And that's the thing. That's what I don't like about quote unquote some black business. Now it's some out there that's pretty good. Any good black businesses out there that want to shout out?
Like as far as like doing work like that on houses, like plumbers and shit like that. I guess I don't know a lot because I haven't owned a home and shit, so I ain't have to really get to know no plumbers. But shout out to like shit. I'm trying to think of like a lot of the restaurants that I've been to are good black owned restaurants. Shout out to Easy Street. Used to be black owned. That's changed a little bit of management. But anyway,
wow.
I think we're really, and I can't think of none offhand. I'm so mad because like I buy shit from black people all the time. Right. It's one place for sure though, and it ain't here though. It's actually in DC. It's called Mahogany Books because I read from time to time. But anyway, it's a black owned bookstore, and they solid though. I think they to the point now where I want to say that they had like Obama come to their bookstore and shit. Like,
wow.
It's a dope, and it's just a small bookstore. Like, you know what I'm saying? But they got a lot of black authors, a lot of black writers, stuff inside the bookstore. So they dope, and just to like not to promote my own shit, but
go ahead. That's what it's for.
I had a situation, right? I had a situation where we got T-shirts and hats and stuff. Part of my Eastside is part of my Eastside.com. But I met this lady who we had got cool and shit after this one meeting because she seen my hat and she bought something. And between all this stuff, like she had purchased something and it didn't get shipped to her. And she ended up like hitting me in like the page inbox or whatever. So I didn't know none of this was happening. I thought everything got shipped out. I never really checked it. So then I found out it didn't get shipped out. So I immediately started conversing with her and I sent her out some extra stuff. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Like so on the back end. So even though it didn't the product didn't go out on time like it was supposed to, like I made up for it. And I think that's where a lot of black businesses fall off. They feel like once they do the initial service, they don't have to follow up.
Right.
Like follow up is like retention, and you need retention. You need people. You need those same people to keep coming back and buying if you don't ever get new ones. You know what I'm saying? Right. So matter of fact, how much are the shirts anyway? Because I have to patronize you. How much? For sure. T-shirts $20, hoodies $40. Hats is or the snapbacks is $35, and the Scullies is they I don't even know. I think they $20. I think I can't remember.
Right.
Shout out to Trap Blessings too. This is my man Lex Avelli. This is his joint. He actually a rapper in the city, but he got a clothing brand. Trap Blessings. I got that boy on today because it's cold as hell in the studio.
You know what? You just full of product. Yeah.
For sure. Product placement, dog. Get at me. eblockradio.com.
Remember your boy Tyrese over there? He said, "Man, you a buyer or a seller?" Remember that?
Right.
He said you a buyer, and that was some deep knowledge stuff that people didn't even catch in that movie.
No, that was the main point.
Yeah.
Of the whole movie.
Right. He broke it down though, but definitely, man, y'all show some support to my boy Q Lewis, man, by that part.
Right, hood Howard Stern, right?
Yeah, I gotta get used to it, man.
Yeah, me too. I had to stop saying.
Yeah. So, but definitely show your love, man. I'm gonna try to. Matter of fact, you gotta send me that link to your website so I can
okay.
So I can support you, man, and definitely get
for sure.
Sure, I might get me a hoodie. I just, you
no
can't.
Doubt. Don't forget that.
How large do they come?
Should it go up to? I think I got them up to 5X in the hoodies.
Okay.
Up to 4X in the t-shirts. So like, yeah, it's got everybody. I got lady sizes, like whatever you need. And then also too, you use the promo code eBlockRadio and you get 15% off. So you get the little love. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. All right. You know what? I might see. I get that. Then my wife be like, "You ain't buy me one," so I'm gonna have to.
Yeah,
I have to double dip on it. Like, hey.
And then I got some special edition joints too. I didn't push them a lot because my man's told me that I was gonna get in trouble for pushing this shit. But I got some T-shirts that say PTSD, right?
Yeah. Oh my god.
But what it stands for is a possible thought situation developing. But he told me I was gonna get some hot water for the PTSD shit, so I ain't really pushing.
Oh,
but it's kind of dope though.
But
possible thought situation developing though. That shit funny to me.
But you know what? I wanna. You know what? I really want to talk some straight business with you on some things. But like I said, off the show. As a matter of fact, after the show, definitely I want to, because it's an ideal that I came up with. It's been like a year and a half in the making, and I've been really I really want to put another powerful mind with me to do this, and so it's definitely. But I might have to because of my position, I might have to do the I might have to do like identity with an executioner hood.
I was just gonna say, right, you gotta be low key for sure.
Yeah. So definitely, I wanna put it together and do some things though. But
all right, we'll rap about it.
Yeah. So definitely, man. That second chance stuff, man, is definitely. I'm trying to think of where I ever get, because I know for the most part I could be a mess up. I could
for sure.
I could F up real bad, and so I think most of the time too, like you said, like that's like if I'm dealing with a person that I done messed up with before, I'm not gonna feel obligated. I'm not gonna use the word obligated.
Right.
I'm gonna say, and it just depends on how bad they messed me up before. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But another thing that I can't trust, a barber don't get a second chance.
Oh, shit. I don't know. I ain't been to a barber in years.
I'm just saying, a barber don't get a second chance, dog. I remember I went to a dude, man. He cut me, had me looking like Lil Boosie.
Dog, you said Lil Boosie, man.
You know what I'm saying? I'm like, dang, dude, like, you really think that's...
Hey, speaking of which, though, shout out to my guys, Cardine and all the brothers, because it's like they all brothers. Used to have a barbershop up here on French Road in Grash, and my man Slick was he used to rap. I think he still do some rapping now, but they got I think it's called, I can't remember the name of it, but it's on Van Dyke now. It's like $7 cuts.
Okay.
And so they moved over there. So shout out to them, dog. I want to give them a shout out because they are a black owned business. My man shoot documentaries. He a dog ass barber and shit, and it just brought back the memories when he was talking about not giving a barber a second chance. Like, dog, he was the only dude, because I was on my hairline was on his way out, bro, and he was like the only one who could fuck with my hairline, dog. And every time I would come up there, like I'm telling him, I'm gonna be up there at 2:00 on Saturday. I get up there, this nigga in the booth and shit, like he's somewhere rapping and shit. So his brother be like, he out rapping, doing whatever, like he'll be back. I'll be waiting around. His brother be like, dog, I can cut you. I'm like, no, I'm straight, dog. I'll just come back tomorrow. Come back the next day, and he cut me and shit. Shout out to my man Slick. I was waiting around for him because you are absolutely right. Once you get a barber, bro, like, you can't really let nobody else do it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, yeah, for sure. So, shout out to, I wish I could remember the name of that shop. It's right there on Van Dyke and, I want to say Van Dyke and Harper. It's $7 cuts. I can't remember the name of it though. But Cardine, all his brothers, man, salute to them.
Well, you know what? And it was I want to shout out a black-owned gas station, and it's over there on Van Dyke, and Harper somewhere. I forgot.
There's a lot of black-owned business over there.
Yeah. Because I found this one because I ended up with a flat tire, and I pulled up over there, and I had forgot my card, my card, and my man gave me some free fix a flat. Actually, he was like, "Do you want something to drink?" and all that stuff. It was hot, and he hooked me up, and I came back, and I've been, and I patronized him one time, but I forgot where it was, what vicinity it was, but shout out to him. It's over in that Van Dyke area somewhere.
Yeah, that's the love right there.
Yeah, so I'm definitely told him I was gonna be back, so I'm gonna really shout him out, man. Definitely though.
No doubt.
But we want to thank everybody for tuning in tonight. Me and Q Lewis, Mega Powers.
For sure.
Yeah. But y'all have a good day. And man, you got one more parting word?
10 seconds.
On the way out, dog, just keep doing what you're doing, dog. And if it ain't working, then try something else.
Amen. Yo, we up out of here. Peace.
Peace out, y'all.